circumstances. I'm a big believer in circumstances. So before I talk about circumstances, I remember I used to walk maybe 5 miles to go knock on a friend's door for him not even to be in.
So when you was younger,
I was younger.
So that's a good question. I'm gonna, as he's gonna get speaking about it. What was it like growing up in the 80s? Because you are a product of the 80s, and it's mad how you are sat here today, healthy, happy, God willing. You know what I mean? Because there's other men and women that was in your position back then that have led a different life,
and they're no longer here as well.
Exactly. So what was the peer pressure?
Okay, so let me go on to circumstances. So I have to go. For me, I always have to draw back to a circumstance. So my first circumstance is very simple. My mum was born in St. Kitts, but she was born with a hole in her heart.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So therefore, she had to come to this country at 2 years old to have an operation to live.
And who she come with?
She come with my grandmother. Okay. Well, granddad came first, job, house, except for my grandmother, come with me. Because them said you could travel on passports. So imagine, my mum was born in St. Kitts with a hole in her heart. You can't get the operation in St. Kitts. You can only get the operation in England or in America. They come to England. The circumstances of her dying is the circumstance why I'm alive.
Wow.
Now, I don't have a father figure in my life apart from my granddad is my father figure.
And how old was your granddad then when you landed here?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
So he was the father figure, and I always remember him saying to me, "Listen, you can call me anything you want, but you call your mum, and your nana. You can call me Peter, granddad, or even dad." Now, what people fail to realise is I've always classed myself as special. I'll tell you why. It's because my mum's black and my dad's white. That was unknown back then. It's rare. Like now, you see when I see...
We just explained the situation to you a minute ago about my mum.
Yeah.
And how...
Yeah. So now, you see me now, no word of a lie. I smile every time I see a black woman with a mixture of child. Makes me, listen, no end. Makes me smile.
Nah, I get it.
So then, at 5 years old, between 5 and 7, my granddad dies. Because I'm living in Gipton now. So
that's another thing as well. So... That was your first family home, Gipton, then?
Yeah, so I'm Gipton, Oak Tree Mount. Then my granddad dies. So the circumstance of my granddad dying makes me move to Hare Hills, where then it becomes multicultural. Instead of it being predominantly white, it becomes, I've got one neighbour.
We've had the same thing.
Yeah, so I've got one neighbour that's Chinese, another neighbour that's Indian.
It's crazy.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Going from white to white.
So again, you got to remember the circumstances of death made me move to Hare Hills. So it's all based on circumstances. Now, people can say what they want about Gipton and call it Corned Beef Island. Probably I was a little bit too young to understand really Gipton. All I know is, there's a lot of racism because it was like that.
Yeah, of course.
When I went to Hare Hills, all I can say is this: if Gipton was anything like Hare Hills and better, then yeah, I'd have lived in Gipton all my life. Because Hare Hills, I can tell you now, doors was unlocked. You know, you hear that. You didn't have to lock it up. Listen, the people in the street didn't. Let me say something. The people in the street didn't like the things that we did. But if it was on top, we could go in the house.
Yeah. Straight.
Do you understand?
Like community proper.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my street alone, Elfords. Because you got to remember, we only had 2 Elfords, and the rest was Bayswater. We had a park.
Yeah.
That's it.
So who was your family friends your childhood friends that you can talk about, like growing up? Who did you roll with? Like, is there anyone that's in a different life? Even they might have gone now, they might have passed. You know what I'm saying? That we can talk on. You know what I mean? I don't mind.
No, listen. There was a big family in the ends.
Okay.
That I was good friends, and I knew them all. So like G them.
Yeah, man.
So you got that family there.
So that's another question. So what age did you link with G and Muntz and them man there?
So like
Sats, because Sats not here. Muntz don't mind man talking on him because he's living looking after his family.
Yeah.
G don't mind man talking because he's doing the same thing, and this is the other man. And these are the 4 members that used to roll together hard. You get me? And I don't want people to start saying, yeah, well, I don't want no to have no animosity because at the end of the day, it's not that raw big men. No. And if you feel away, phone my phone, please. You get me? And we'll talk. But, so as I get back, what age did you, man, come together as that circle?
Oh, that's years later, that, bro.
Was that years? Okay.
That's years later.
Okay.
So I met G when I was 7 years old, 8 years old.
Okay.
So I met G then. So me, G, and then obviously I knew all his brothers. But yeah, what the thing about me is I was an only child.
Yeah.
So I didn't have all the brothers. My dad had the kids with other women.
But you didn't have.
But I didn't in my family home. Just me. So me, most of the time, anything I was doing, I was spoiled. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never lied. I was spoiled. Like, I got anything I wanted. But as far as looking up to somebody in X, Y, and Z, like anything I did, I did.
You looked up to yourself.
Yeah. So I looked up to myself. So, you know what? And again, when you look back in life and you talk about traumas, I know my first trauma was my granddad died. I know now that's my first trauma. Because I can guarantee if that man would have still been alive, I'd have probably been a barrister or a police officer.
You would have been.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Definitely, because they didn't bring you here to do what you did.
Yeah.
Not that you did anything, because it's circumstances. And I don't want people thinking, he could have done it different, because you can't. It's circumstances, it's surroundings.
But, and I know that that's my first trauma. But I know from then, and I still say it now, like, I never feared another man like him.
I believe it, because that's what my dad would like.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never met another man, another individual that put fear in me like he did. So I think, and again, that goes alongside with the thing when I'm saying, when I just look at these older people. Because look, you look at it in school. Let's just say you're in school and you're 10 years old and the kid is 12 years old. This 12-year-old can badge you up because he's bigger. Then you get to 14, 12. He's still 2 years above you. But he can still badge you up. Then 16, 14. He's starting to fill out a little bit. So you can still badge you up. Once you get to 18, 16,
it's a mad thing.
Bro, you know, listen, anybody watching this, ask, and they can verify what I'm saying. I mean, there's a lot of things to verify, but I would often say to people, yo, come see me when I'm 16 or 18. like, and again, there's a big myth, and I wanted to stop you on the thing where you were saying about the fighter. Bro, let me show you something. One, I'll admit on camera right now, I've never been the toughest guy.
No.
Never. I can tell you directly on camera, I've been knocked out. Clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
Nah, straight.
But what I can also say is, I would always fight. I'll always get up. And if I lose, I'll always come back.
It might not move his hands.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But no, I'm just...
that was dead.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Even with the hands.
No, of course.
Like, I was never the toughest guy. It was just a thing where I was always in trouble because of my eyes. It was always my eyes. Yo, why is my man watching me like this?
Yeah.
So I was always in trouble. And not only that, what people fail to realise back then, being mixed race, was hard, bro.